Here's something most people don't want to hear. By the time you turn 60, the decisions you make in the next 5 years will determine whether you live to see 90, or whether you're struggling just to make it to 70. Harsh? Maybe. But true. A groundbreaking study from Harvard Medical School followed over 80,000 people for more than 30 years. And what they found was shocking. The difference between people who lived vibrant, active lives into their 90s and those who didn't wasn't genetics. It wasn't luck. It wasn't even access to the best healthcare. It was 5 simple habits. 5 things that anyone can start doing today, right now, no matter your current health, no matter your past mistakes. But here's the problem. Most people over 60 never start these habits. They think it's too late. They think the damage is done. They resign themselves to decline. And that resignation, that's what kills them. Because the truth is, your body at 60 is far more adaptable than you think. Science shows that even if you've spent decades neglecting your health, you can still reverse damage, rebuild strength, and add decades to your life. Not just years of survival, years of thriving. Imagine being 85 and still hiking with your grandchildren, still traveling, still sharp, independent, and full of energy. That's not a fantasy. That's what these 5 habits can give you. But you have to start now, because every day you wait, you're choosing decline. In the next 16 minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what these 5 habits are, why they work, and how you can start them today, even if you've never done them before. Stick with me, because habit number 3, it's the one most people ignore, and it might be the most important one of all. Let's begin. Let's start with the most obvious one. But don't skip this, because the way most people think about exercise after 60 is completely wrong. You don't need to run marathons. You don't need to lift heavy weights. You don't need to join a gym. What you do need is consistent daily movement. Here's why this matters. After 60, your body loses muscle mass at an accelerating rate. It's called sarcopenia. Every decade after 50, you can lose up to 8% of your muscle mass if you do nothing. And muscle isn't just about strength. It's about balance, stability, metabolism, independence. Falls are the leading cause of injury and death in people over 65. And most falls happen because people lose leg strength and balance. But here's the incredible part. You can reverse this completely. A study from the University of Birmingham found that people in their 70s who exercised regularly had muscle tissue that was almost identical to people in their 20s. Think about that. Your muscles don't know how old you are. They only know whether you're using them. So what should you do? Start simple. Walk for 20 minutes every day. Do bodyweight squats while holding onto a counter. Try gentle yoga or Tai Chi. The key is consistency, not intensity. Move every single day, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Your future self at 85 will thank you. Now let's talk about something that could transform your health in weeks. Most people over 60 eat way too many carbs and not nearly enough protein. And that's a disaster for longevity. Here's what happens. As you age, your body becomes less efficient at processing protein. You need more of it, not less, to maintain muscle, support your immune system, and keep your brain sharp. But most people do the opposite. They eat toast for breakfast, pasta for lunch, a small piece of chicken for dinner, and their bodies slowly waste away. Researchers at the University of Texas found that older adults who ate at least 30 grams of protein per meal maintained significantly more muscle mass and had better physical function than those who didn't. 30 grams. That's about the size of your palm, and you need it at every meal, not just dinner. Why? Because your body can only process so much protein at once. If you eat all your protein at dinner, you're missing two other opportunities to build and repair your body throughout the day. So what does this look like in practice? Breakfast, eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Lunch, chicken, fish, beans, or lentils. Dinner, lean meat, tofu, or salmon. Add a handful of nuts as a snack, and you're golden. This one habit alone can prevent frailty, boost your energy, and keep you strong and independent for decades. And here's the bonus. Protein keeps you full longer, so you'll naturally eat less junk. This is the habit most people ignore, and it might be the most important one on this list. Sleep, not 5 hours, not 6 hours. 7 to 8 hours of deep, restorative sleep every single night. Here's what most people don't realize. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It accelerates aging at a cellular level. During deep sleep, your body repairs damaged cells, clears toxins from your brain, and strengthens your immune system. Without enough sleep, your risk of dementia skyrockets. Your risk of heart disease doubles. Your risk of diabetes, depression, and even cancer all increase. A landmark study from the University of California found that people who consistently slept less than 6 hours per night had a 30% higher risk of dying early from any cause. 30%. But here's the good news. Improving your sleep is easier than you think. Start by creating a sleep sanctuary. Make your room dark, cool, and quiet. Aim for 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Cut out screens 1 hour before bed. The blue light from your phone disrupts melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. Establish a bedtime routine. Read, stretch, meditate. Train your brain that it's time to wind down. And here's the secret weapon. Get sunlight exposure first thing in the morning. It resets your circadian rhythm and helps you sleep better at night. Most people chase health through diet and exercise. But if you're not sleeping, you're sabotaging everything else. Imagine waking up at 75 with a sharp mind, boundless energy, and a body that feels 20 years younger. That's what great sleep gives you. Now we're going to talk about something that has nothing to do with diet or exercise. But it might be more powerful than both combined. Relationships. The longest-running study on happiness and longevity in history, the Harvard study of adult development, followed people for over 80 years. And their conclusion? The single biggest predictor of a long, healthy, happy life wasn't wealth. It wasn't fame. It wasn't even physical health. It was the quality of their relationships. People with strong social connections lived longer, had sharper minds, and experienced less physical pain as they aged. Loneliness, on the other hand, was as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Think about that. Isolation kills. But here's what's beautiful. You don't need dozens of friends. You don't need to be the life of the party. You just need a few deep, meaningful connections. People you can talk to, laugh with, lean on. After 60, it's easy to let relationships fade. Kids move away, friends pass. You retire and lose daily social contact, but you have to fight that drift. Call an old friend, join a club, volunteer, take a class, go to church or a community group. Make connection a priority. Because at 85, the thing that will keep you alive isn't your cholesterol levels or your workout routine. It's the people who make you want to keep going. Here's the final habit, and it's one that many people completely overlook. Your brain is a muscle, and if you stop challenging it, it atrophies. After 60, cognitive decline is one of the biggest fears people have. Dementia, Alzheimer's, memory loss. But here's what science shows. Your risk of cognitive decline is largely under your control. A study published in the journal Neurology found that people who engaged in mentally stimulating activities throughout their lives had significantly lower rates of dementia, even if they carried genetic risk factors. Reading, learning new skills, playing musical instruments, doing puzzles, learning a new language. All of these things build what researchers call cognitive reserve. Basically, a buffer that protects your brain from age-related decline. But it has to be new and challenging. Doing the same crossword puzzle every day won't cut it. Watching the same TV shows won't help. Your brain needs novelty. It needs struggle. So pick something you've always wanted to learn. Take up painting, learn to play guitar, study history, take an online course. The act of learning keeps your neural pathways firing, builds new connections, and keeps your mind sharp. And here's the bonus. When you're learning something new, you're engaged, you're excited, you have a reason to get up in the morning. That sense of purpose, that's what keeps you alive. If this helped you, share it with someone you care about. Like the video so more people can see it. And subscribe, because the best years of your life aren't behind you. They're still ahead.